Hello. Hi. Now I did say that I'm on hiatus. However, this new quest apparently has WRIOTHESLEY in it. And who am I to deny my boy, my man, in my life, you know? Like, he needs to be there. Like, I could have probably, most likely, went and played this by myself. I probably could have. But I'm like, no, I gotta record it. Hello, Azzy. Hi, Nasa. I'm also very excited. It is tiny bit concerning to me that it's, hi, Sleepy, that it is shown to me as a story quest, because that isn't necessarily usually how it goes, because like, I don't know, whatever, like, story quests are usually character-centric, and it's not necessarily, so I'm like, what's going on? Because it's an event, it's not a story quest. What do I know? Honestly, no idea. Also, we got a new interlude chapter, in Mondstadt. There's brain gone. But yeah, the WRIOTHESLEY protocol takes precedent. Yeah, that is unfortunately correct. You know, hiatus here, hiatus there. I am a slave to my whims, and typically also just very weak to my favorite characters. You know. I am very aware that I might need to split this into two parts, because I need to go to school tomorrow, and that starts for me at 4:30 in the morning, so I need to be awake. And I'm gonna, like, look up how long I have left on this earth, because I can calculate that shit. So I can see when I need to go to bed at the latest possible time, so I don't fucking die. Okay, so for 4.5 hours of sleep, I can go till midnight. Woo! Well, I can't go till midnight. I can go till 11:30 till I actually need to, like, fully pass out. Yeah. Cool. I'm already tired, but I also drank an amount of, like, energy drinks that would scare God, so I could live through this. Slave to your husband. Well, I wouldn't go that far. So we'll just, you know, we'll just kind of see how it goes, won't we? We'll see how quickly I can go through this. I don't know. Like, my brain is like, I don't want to go, I want to go to bed. But it's like, I can't, I promised that stream, so I'm streaming. So hello. Hi. Sleep before school is good. I type as you yawn. Well, you know, tomorrow's, like, it's school, and it's also, like, a little seminar thing, so I think not sleeping a lot is fine, because, you know, I can drink Red Bull, it's fine. But, you know, either way, we can go over here to the game screen. Also, we have her, Escoffier, her, who's also going to be featured in this quest, so we can decide if she's, like, the most annoying person ever. I'm not going to pull for her, but she's on banner right now, and I have way too many wishes that I know what to do with, so we might pull for her because she's cryo, and, you know, she works with WRIOTHESLEY, so why not? Why not? And also, she's a healer and a cryo healer, which we don't really have. So I'd love for that to work out and for me to actually have a cryo healer that I can just board onto my team. Currently, this team was just for the Escoffier, you know, boss. It's technically this team. I was just fucking around.
Let's get this over with.
Yes. And I also had to lower my world level because what the fuck?
Have you ever seen any stickers on my back?
I love you, boy, but I'm talking. What the absolute gargantuan fuck do you mean that the new boss that I need to kill over and over and over again for Escoffier's fucking boss materials, TPKs me in less than a minute? Excusez-moi? So I had to go down a world level, and now I can beat it fine, but what the fuck? Like, it TPK'd me every single time. I tried 4 times with different teams. It TPK'd me so quickly, I didn't even know what was going on. So I'm at world level 8 now, and I'm chilling, because this game is not about trying hard, it's about chilling. It's about very much chillaxing, so it's, you know, for the big people who can do big damage, it's probably super easy. But for me, with my normal little baby damage, I'm dying over here, so I'm gonna mostly lurk quietly today, but I'm hoping you have fun in the catch as you desire. Thank you, and have fun lurking, no worries. I do that too with my friends' streams. Cause I'm just mostly like, I'm doing other shit, which is so real. Also, hi Joester. I'm not here for long. I'm literally just here because this quest features Frisley, and I can't help myself. I just gotta be there for my boy. Happy hiatus break. Hope you're doing well, gamer. I'm doing alright. It's not a long break. It's just today and possibly Thursday if I don't manage to do this all in one stream, which I think is gonna happen. So, you know. But let's
And take 'em off.
run.
Melusines like to play pranks sometimes.
He's such a cutie. It's not about the money, it's about the principle, he says. Okay. I love overhearing conversations. That's so fucking funny. Okay. Oh my god. Charlotte. She's everywhere.
Hey, there's a newsstand over there. Want to grab a copy of the Steambird?
Sure.
We know our Fontanian friends love a little drama. There's no way they've let their readers down. Isn't that Charlotte? And standing next to her, surely that can't be Kinich?
Apparently.
How about lost treasure resurfaces at last. Behold the beauty of the Remurian teacup.
Okay. I'll make it to Thursday stream, but not right now. I need to run, work stuff, have fun. Alright, don't worry about it, Cassie. I'll, you know, the VOD will still be here. No worries. Hold up. This one's a gem. A legal restaurant caught serving saurian stew. Proves surprisingly popular.
Pretty shocking. But it still feels like it's missing something. Udex gravely wounded in shocking stabbing. Set to miss cross-border smuggling trial.
The Iudex? Nevilet, the Iudex? Gravely wounding in stabbing? Sir, what the fuck? Oh my, that can't be for real. Ugh, fine. I hate to admit it, but you've won this one.
Huh? What?
Yeah.
Did Paimon hear that right? Nevelet was stabbed?
What the hell?
Gravely wounded?
Apparently.
No, surely that can't be right. Can it?
Surely not. If it is, we're all toast. I thought I heard her familiar voices. Well, if it isn't Juno and Paimon. Hello! The fuck's going on? What a coincidence. Mr. Kinich and I were talking about you two just a few minutes ago. Fortunately for me, he's a very loyal friend. I presented him some juicy details, but he remained tight-lipped about you. So, anything you want to share with me about the great Juno's road triumphant exploits in Natlan? It was a team effort. Modest as ever. Anyway, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Sorry. Let me backtrack a little. Hi, you two. It's been ages. What brings you back to Fontaine?
Hey there, you two. Fancy running into you here.
Hello. What a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, that, and also a less than pleasant shock.
What the hell happened?
What the heck was all that about a saurian meat restaurant and the Udex getting stabbed? Please say you weren't being serious.
Oh, that? We were just trading tabloid headlines. Is that what you're talking about?
Trading tabloid headlines?
Yeah. Charlotte and I were having a little contest to see who could find the most ridiculous fake news stories. Either I got lucky, or I have a knack for honing in on the most outrageous material.
Sis. I'm sorry you had to see such an unflattering side of Fontaine, Mr. Kinich. Also, I'm realizing I'm like super in the darkness. Hello? I'm become Jesus. Better? I mean, I'm also just wearing black. So I just kind of, I'm like a beacon. Alright. These third-rate tabloids write their headlines purely to shock and scandalize. All they care about is grabbing your attention to boost their sales. The ones who still got a shred of integrity will at least clarify the truth in the main body of the article, although the misleading headline is still an underhanded trick to draw readers in. But others, like the ones we were just reading aloud, have no qualms about making outright fabrications.
If I had to quantify it, I'd say about 1% of what they write is the truth.
That's pretty lenient of you, Mr. Kinich.
Him? Lenient? Oh, you gotta be kidding!
Huh?
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to give credit to these so-called news stories for occasionally including a grain of truth. All I'm saying is, even the wildest leaps of the human imagination are always rooted in reality.
You mean all those fake headlines you mentioned actually do have some basis in fact?
Oh yeah, hi Daze. How you doing? Hello.
Sure they do. For instance, there was in fact a smuggling trial recently.
Oh?
Considering the amount of speculation surrounding the smuggled goods, it's no wonder there are rumors about restaurants serving saurian meat or teacups being unearthed from ancient ruins. But in reality, the goods in question were simply a few ancient relics dug up from ruins in Natlan. Rest assured, no saurians were harmed in the process.
Good. And if you're wondering about why the edicts didn't preside over the trial, it's because this case was assigned to another judge right from the offset. It's not as if the Palace Mermonia? Jesus, I can't even say the words right. Only has one judge. We can't expect Monsieur Neuvillette to handle every single case himself. On a more interesting note, the trial in question went remarkably smoothly and was all thanks to Mr. Kenich's testimony as a key witness.
Oh, okay. Paimon was so busy freaking out about those headlines that she totally forgot to ask why you're here in Fontaine, Kenich.
Yeah, phew. It was all a misunderstanding. The world's not going to end. Maybe not, but it'd be an even better world for me if Mr. Kenich here would agree to another exclusive interview with the Steambird.
It was a pretty open and shut case, and my testimony in court was clear enough.
He's like, please let me go.
But I'm guessing, Mademoiselle Charlotte, that you're less interested in the case than you are in trying to uncover some news stories about Natlan.
Yeah, he looks a little freaky with his eyes, I've got to say. Drat, you saw right through me. Guess I'll put it down on the keen instincts of a renowned saurian hunter. Any response to that, or...?
I appreciate your kind invitation, but like I said, storytelling isn't really my forte.
Fair.
Kenich the speechless! Kenich the tongue-tied!
Okay.
Huh?
If you're dead set on doing an interview, why not talk to the Traveler instead?
Back to me again? Of course. That's a brilliant idea. No, run! But that also means I need a bit more time to prep. Let me put together a thorough list of interview questions. Sounds like I'm not allowed to refuse. Heh, well, I know I can be persistent, but at the end of the day, it's your call. Anyway, I should probably be getting back to work. I also need to go track down a questionnaire and report these increasingly outrageous tabloids. Farewell, my friends, until we meet again. Bye.
Charlotte never stops, does she?
Nope.
Anyway, Paimon just has to ask. That owl thing that popped out before, or was it a howl? It kind of looked like a howl, but at the same time...
Oh, that thing. Yeah, that was a howl.
I'm kind of confused as to why it wouldn't be.
Huh? What's up with him? Like, he's still noisy, but he's way quieter than before. It's like he's trying to hide or something.
Maybe he's not acclimatizing well to Fontaine?
Could be.
Not acclimatizing? Aw, poor almighty Dragon Lord is not feeling well.
Too bad he can't come out to argue back.
What do you mean?
Huh?
There's nothing physically wrong with him. It actually has to do with a strange law we learned about after arriving in Fontaine.
Oh, no flying objects.
Apparently, it's forbidden to release flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month.
we were on the same page with that law when we entered Fontaine, so we know about this intimately. Oh, I get it now.
Paimon sure does. Paimon's
Cutie.
been down this road before. There's an easy solution. As long as Kaniche holds onto a house tail, he'll be considered an almighty Dragon Lord balloon, not a flying almighty Dragon Lord.
Not gonna lie, I was considering that. But Ahau wasn't too thrilled with the idea of huffing and puffing away in the form of a mini helium balloon.
Yeah,
That said, it's pretty annoying how he keeps randomly popping up all of a sudden.
fair.
Anyway, this morning I saw a notice outside the Palais Mermonia about an event that's set to take place outside the city soon. Something to do with filmmaking. I hear that's all the rage here.
Oh god, not filmmaking
I was
again.
planning to stay here and do some exploring for a few extra days anyway, so I think I'll go check it out. It'll be a good chance to let that noisy helium balloon out. He might even learn a thing or two. If you're free, why don't you come along?
Sure, seeing Aja angry always makes my day. Sure, always up for a bit of fun. Yeah, fun times.
I know where it is, so let me lead the way.
Woo! Let's go. An overnight fantasyland. Well. Yippee! Alright, where are we going? Yeah, outside of... Can I teleport? Yes, thank you. Alright. Let's see how long this takes.
Looks like I remembered correctly. Here we are.
Wow, this is awesome! Hard to believe it was just an empty beach before.
Yeah, it was still completely deserted only a few days ago when I passed by on my way to testify at the Opera House. There must be some efficient workers in Fontaine. Quite impressive.
A few days? One night was all it took. Rap-a-tap-tap, ta-da!
Okay.
But is this all it takes to blow people away? Oh, no, no, no. Given my past experience, I can't let myself get carried away.
Jesus, how many, like, energy drinks have you drunken, my dear? There's something oddly familiar about the way you talk.
Well, I can't believe you actually remember me. It's me, Lepine Pauline. That's right, the unlucky one.
I have never met this person in my life. Good to see you again. The prototype lens has come in handy, by the way. I've been keeping yourself busy with some proper work lately?
Of course! How else would we have managed to build Fantasyland in a single night?
Fantasyland?
At least that's how I like to think of it myself. A magical land of fantasy, the stuff of film buffs' dreams. I know it sounds like I'm laying it on thick, but that really is the goal here.
Fun.
As you can see, the theme of this amusement park is Fontainian filmmaking, a place for all film lovers to come together and co-construct a world of dreams.
Woo!
Co-construct? Well, that's a relief. Sounds like you're sharing the cost this time rather than pouring your entire life savings into a single project.
Nope! I might be inviting others to help fund this, but that doesn't mean I haven't thrown all my life savings into it too!
Huh? You've got to be kidding.
Good God. Well.
Look at you, puny little humans. Recklessly betting your entire future against some stupid vanity project.
Oh.
If you're expecting even an ounce of sympathy from the almighty Dragon Lord, dream on. Mockery is all you shall get, straight from the heart.
She's like, what the fuck are you? Yeah.
Sorry,
Same.
just ignore that little gizmoid. He likes to butt in occasionally. Do go on.
Do go on.
Gizmoid? Who you calling Gizmoid? You're the Gizmoid!
Wow! That's quite a nifty mecha you've got yourself there. Is it some sort of smart personal assistant?
Sure.
You ought to let Miss Charlotte see your cool gadget. Who knows? Maybe you could even look into mass production.
You're so loud.
Mass production? Ugh, insolent, vulgar, and disrespectful! I, the almighty Dragon Lord, am one of a kind! There has never been another like me, nor will there ever be!
Uh-huh.
And another thing, smart is the understatement of the century!
Sure.
I shall have you know that I am Kahulahau, forebear of ancient wisdom! I lived for eons long before any of you were born!
I'm sure.
What? Heavens above! I beg your pardon, forbear of ancient wisdom. Please, I meant no offense.
Sure.
Idiot meets idiot.
Yep.
What's all the fuss? Making some new friends, are we?
Yes. Always. Hello,
Miss
Golly.
Navia!
Hi.
Allow me to introduce the star behind all the work that's gone into this venue. Miss Navia, President of Fontaine Spina di Rosula.
Cutie pie. Hi there.
Hello, everyone. Partner, Paimon. How have you been lately?
Partner? Ah, my trusty partner.
Hello there. I'm Kanich.
Hi.
What about me? What about me? My useless servant can't even give me a proper introduction.
You'd think someone yelling their name out in the middle of a public street really needs an introduction?
Fair point.
He's not wrong. I caught yours just now, in fact. So, you must be the almighty Dragon Lord, Mr. Ahau. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Huh. Well. Oh, the cutie pie.
Oh, see that? That's what I call proper manners.
Go fork yourself.
Well, it's not every day you meet a well-mannered human. Navia, was it? Excellent. You may address the almighty Dragon Lord by his name. Navia, don't you think the title Almighty Dragon Lord is a bit silly?
It's no big deal. All little animals do that, don't they? I mean, try to puff themselves up to look more impressive.
It's totally being treated like a little cuddly pet.
Anyway, it's all thanks to Miss Navia and the Spina di Rosula that Fantasyland's gotten up and running in the space of a single night.
It's crazy.
Honestly, thank heavens! After all that paperwork and endless waiting, the event and venue finally got the green light. I couldn't wait a moment longer. The second the approval came through, I reached out to President Navia, hoping she could lend a hand. After all, who else but the Spina di Rosula would indulge such impulsive demands?
She's like barely holding it together. It's like, God, look at her. You're doing fantastic, Navia. I'm so proud of you.
Sorry, traveler. Miss Lapine Pauline sometimes gets a bit overwhelmed by her own excitement, as you can see.
I can see.
I'm guessing she hasn't gone into much detail about the event yet, so let me fill you in. In short, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland is a fan convention that's open to film enthusiasts from all over Teyvat. Miss Lapine Pauline is hosting this event, and also providing technical support.
Huh? Cheval Moran?
That's right. The one and only Surintendant Cheval Moran. After much persistence and many solicitations, I finally obtained Lady Farina's permission to use the image of her close friend. Not only is our adorable mascot drawing in fans by the minute, but she's also boosting her own popularity. And that was always the goal. A win-win arrangement.
It's been a while since we last met, but still, it's a surprise to hear Lapine Pauline coming out with such sensible ideas. By the way, Miss Lapine Pauline, have you decided to switch careers and go into film tech?
Not exactly. By chance, one of the prototype lenses I developed caught a photographer's eye, and it's now being used for the latest cinematic productions.
Okay, fun.
Thanks to this unexpected opportunity, I've had the chance to invent various film-related equipment and props.
That's right. So don't underestimate Miss Lapine Pauline, our resident engineer. She's the technical powerhouse at the core of this entire event. As for the Spina di Rosula, we're mainly here to take care of planning, operations, and management. For anyone feeling inspired to set up a booth, Miss Lapine Pauline and I will provide the necessary technical and operational support once their application has been approved. By the way, traveler, are you at all interested in taking part? It would be a chance for you to earn some extra income. Plus, with your skills, I'm sure you could bring something special to the table.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Paimon would be even more tempted if you were to say, throw in one of those fancy feasts she's seen in those gourmet food reels.
Oh my god, do you have like fancy Fontanian social media?
Well,
Food
as
reels
it
for
happens,
Instagram?
that'll be a piece of cake. Everyone needs to eat, whether they be tourists or the stall owners themselves. So thanks to Miss Navia's help, we've managed to invite none other than the celebrity chef Miss Escoffier to run our theme restaurant.
Oh.
Look over there.
Oh. She's slapping the food.
You! Yes, you! For the last time, the ingredients have to be in the right ratio! Get it right next time, or you might as well just lie down on the chopping board yourself.
Fun. Hi, famous chef and pioneer of Fontaine's precision gastronomy, a culinary movement that takes the rigorous precision and quantitative methods that are routine for scientific experimentation and applies them to cooking. In the eyes of her students, she's both a genius who strives for perfection and a stickler whose exacting standards fill them with dread. To create dishes that transcend the sublime, she's constantly pushing the boundaries of flavor.
She seems a bit busy right now.
Well, I'm sold. I think I'll make a How go be her assistant.
Ha! He's such a dick. It's
You
lovely.
little... what's your game here?
Demoiselle, sorry to bother you, but there's an issue over here that requires your personal attention.
Over here, I love her like side eye.
Apologies. Looks like it's back to work with me. Please feel free to take a gander at what we've got. Anyway, if you're interested in taking part, come find me later.
Sure thing. All right. Cool. Hello.
Greetings. Apologies if you overheard my harsh words just now, but I assure you it is entirely necessary.
She's got heart highlights in her eyes. Adorable.
The sheer lack of standards here will be the death of me. Do you have any idea of the kind of customers I'm gonna get with how lax things are at the moment? The ones that leave their guns behind by accident, and then come back to collect them later, bringing ammunition with them.
Oh my god, is that a British accent? I didn't even fucking realize that. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's the kind of customer you wouldn't forget in a hurry.
Do we even have any British people on this cast? Is this the first British person?
Oh.
I kind of hear it. That's crazy. Oh my god, Azazel, come back here!
Wait, has that happened before?
No, it's just the mention of guns reminded me. Someone did actually leave their gun nearby.
Huh?
Just before we started setting up, as we were cleaning up the site, someone stumbled upon a mysterious locked box. It didn't look like something from Fontaine, though. It had more of a Natlanese vibe.
Oh?
Vibe.
Do you think a foreign tourist might have left it behind?
That's what I assumed at first. But the box was buried beneath a pile of wooden planks, rocks, and whatnot, so it seemed like someone deliberately hid it there. But I didn't see much point in speculating, so the best thing I could think of was to hand it over to the authorities. I trekked all the way over to the Palais Mermonia just to hand it in. Ugh, it was exhausting.
Fair.
What did the authorities make of it?
Oh, they made a mountain out of a molehill, as usual. Before even addressing the question of what was actually inside the box, they had several heated discussions about whose responsibility it was to write the lost and found notice.
Woof.
Thankfully, the ever-reliable Officer Sedine stepped up and immediately called in the Marechaussee Phantom to crack the lock and check if there were any dangerous items inside. And, as it turned out, there was a gun.
Wow, that's a dangerous item, all right.
In the wrong hands, yes.
Mind if I ask what kind of gun it was?
Oh yeah, Mr. Kanich, you're from Natlan, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know a lot about guns?
Yeah.
You could say it comes with the job. I have an interest in weaponry and the like.
Oh, I'm sure.
Such a spoiled brat. What, are the toys I gave you not good enough for you anymore?
The toys.
Yep. Got sick of those long ago.
You little... How dare you turn your nose up at my gifts? Why
He put him in his pocket.
Time for a timeout, old-timer. Sorry. Where were we? Oh yeah. Do you recall what the gun looked like?
It's a bit hard to describe. If you ask me, it didn't even really look like a gun. Give me a second. I'll knock out a quick sketch.
Cute. Alright.
Something like this.
Oh yeah, that does look... It kind of looks also like a magical girl staff.
Whoa, it's so neat and precise.
Sketched by a professional engineer, after all.
It's nothing.
Your eyes scare me so much, man.
Sorry. Is something wrong with my drawing? I know it doesn't really look like a gun, but I assure you, this is exactly what it looked like. And it certainly could shoot as well, too. I confirmed that with the officer from the Marechaussee Phantom.
No, quite the opposite. The features are very accurate, and it is definitely from Natland. Please, don't mind me. I'm just taking a moment to admire it.
Thanks a lot. Pauline.
I should be the one thanking you. Thank you, and everyone else for your support.
Don't mention it. Besides, we haven't really done anything.
Yet.
Not at all. The buzz and excitement you guys bring is exactly what this event needs. Oh dear, I'm starting to feel a bit guilty watching everyone else toil away. Guess it's about time I got back to work too.
Let's go.
But just before I go, one last thing. Traveler, it's wonderful to see you. Here's to a successful collaboration.
Cute. Alright, bye! Seems like Teenage has something to say. Let's go find a quiet spot. After saying goodbye to La Pauline, yeah.
I'm sure you noticed that there was something unusual about that gun.
It looked ancient.
Correct. It's most likely an old weapon dug up from some ancient dragon ruins.
Yeah.
Based on my experience, it might be more accurate to refer to it as a hand cannon. But in Fontaine terms, it's not wrong to call it a gun. Given why I came here, don't you think it's curious that an ancient dragon relic of unknown origin would turn up like this, out of the blue? I suspect this gun might have something to do with that smuggling case. It might have slipped through the cracks.
Possibly.
Time is of the essence, so I'd like to head over to the Palais Mermonia to verify my suspicions.
I think I'll join you.
Perfect. Then we can head out right away. Or, if you want to catch up with your friends first, I can wait.
I kind of want to talk to Escoffier. Hi, dude.
The fresh vegetables from the new batch are exceptional quality. I just wish I could say the same about the new staff.
A little British, but like only slightly. I don't know what regional accent this is, but it doesn't sound American like the rest of them do. There's a lot more British voice actors in Honkai Star Rail, so I hear that more often there. But like it feels a little bit more British. Like there's like a little hint of it. Also fucking ridiculous how tiny she is. But anyways, all right, okay. Beep 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 beep. Let's try not to go to that world quest because I need to go to the story quest instead. We'll see. Oh my god, the dudes!
Oh, man.
Hello.
Bro!
Bro!
Are you mimicking me? Now's not the time. Come on.
No, I mean, one of our buddies is here, for real. Quite a few of them, actually.
Look at all our pros!
Aurora and Aoife, what brings you to Fontaine?
That's a great question.
Huh?
Oh.
How come you're... I'm guessing Kaniche is here because of that international smuggling case, right? I've
Yeah.
heard quite a bit about that.
Word sure gets around quickly, huh?
First time abroad and you're already making headlines.
Oh, stop it. It's not like I was the center of attention.
Wasn't expecting to see the Traveler and Paimon here too, though.
Listen, we're around.
Come on, Aoife.
Come on, Eve.
Huh? A traveler, by definition, is someone who travels around.
Fair point. Anyway, back on topic. Wait a second. I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about again?
I love him. He's so me.
Why, you're all here, of course.
Yeah, that's a great question. Who the fuck are you?
For Cuckoo.
For vegetables!
It's for the Chevrolamine Film Fantasyland. Wait, is that right?
It's Cheval Moran.
Close enough.
Right. I keep stumbling over that one.
Me.
Guess I owe Cheval Moran an apology, even if she's not here.
It's okay.
Anyway, long story short, the festival restaurant urgently needed fresh vegetables from Natland, which is why Aoife and I are here.
So, you guys are vegetable couriers?
Essentially.
He is. I'm just here as a responsible adult. It's his first time traveling so far away from home, and all the elders in his tribe were worried. So they had me come along.
That's cute.
Even though it's your first time too.
Right. But they still picked me to accompany you. You gotta wonder why that might be.
Don't you get it? They all just saw how overworked you were, so they used it as an excuse to send you off on a vacation.
Wait, what? So I'm getting the grandson treatment now too?
Yes.
See? Doesn't matter how much older you are than this dude. Hang out with him long enough, and you'll eventually find yourself being treated like a kid.
Babe.
Everyone looks after you. What's so bad about that?
In theory, nothing at all. In that case, guess I better start over. Hi guys, my name's Aoife, and I just turned 5.
I love him so much. And I just turned 5. Hi, Vito. Dino Doctor, for real. We also just met Escoffier and you missed it. We'll come back though. We'll talk to her again. But, you know, nice to meet you, little bro.
Paimon's not sure who the responsible adult is anymore.
We.
So, what about
We are.
Cuckoo? If he was here, we'd be making more of a ruckus than we already are.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's got me worried.
Is she gone?
Aoife, there's nothing to worry about. You're a big boy. You can handle yourself now even without Cuckoo.
Cute.
You think that's what I'm worried about? Anyway, my priority right now is Cuckoo. Suffice it to say, Cuckoo's in big doo-doo.
Uh-huh.
How so? He's so small, and all he knows are a few harmless phrases. What kind of trouble could he even get himself into?
Let me guess. Did he get caught out by the law on flying objects?
Bro, you too?
Yeah.
Not me. How?
Oh, that pesky little chatterbox.
Yeah.
So that's why he hasn't interrupted us this whole time. Guess he's too scared to show his face.
That, plus he's already spouted enough nonsense for one day. So I've put him on mute until tomorrow.
He's like a digital
Nice
device?
one.
What the hell?
If I was even half as decisive as you are, I would have kept a closer hold on Cuckoo so he didn't get a chance to go flying off.
I guess that's what flying objects do.
Oh no, bro. Did Cuckoo get caught by the guards for flying around?
bro.
If they had managed that, we'd at least be able to track him down. But when the guards started chasing him, Cuckoo flew into that building next door.
Oh, bro.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was a high-stakes pursuit going down in there as we speak. Just like one of those cool crime movies.
I guess.
Which building? That one?
Yep.
Yup, that's the one. Cuckoo sure has a good eye for a getaway. It's the tallest building around.
Yeah.
I may be able to fly up pretty high, but checking every last window would still take quite a while.
We can just go in
As
there.
for Aoife, well, let's just say he's not flying anywhere without a Saurian. Sorry about that.
Haha, Paimon, bro.
Not like it's my fault, though. You don't have to apologize on my behalf.
Wait a sec. What's this got to do with how high you can fly? Cuckoo's got himself into a real mess here. Like a panicked animal running straight into a trap. It's pretty worrying. I'm starting to picture him flapping through a barrage of gunfire while important documents are flying about left, right, and center.
Paimon.
Heck yeah.
Come on now.
If anyone can pull it off, it's Kakuku. He's always been such an awesome Saurus. I believe in him.
Awesome Saurus. In other words, right now in this building, there could be not one awesome Saurus, but two. Interesting.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Of course I'm for real. I'd never make light of something like that.
Awesome Saurus.
All right. Everyone's an awesome Saurus. Well, the human version.
Awesome.
But our
human.
priority right now should be to go in there and check up on Kakuku.
As it happens, Kenichi and I were just heading over to see the Palais Memonia or for something else.
Leave it to us.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
You sure? Wow, awesome. That'll be a huge help.
Yeah, of
And
course.
if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
Wait, since when was that up to you?
It's a great question.
Well, then it's your call, bro.
All right then, if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I also give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
He's not
There
happy
you
about it.
go. If he objects to that, tell him to come find us.
Yeah.
He won't. Trust me.
Ah, of course. Sure. Hello. Let's just see.
Nothing new there. The first few days of every month are always noisy.
Who the fuck is talking?
What's all that commotion? Are they arguing in there?
Okay. Oh my god, it's them! It's them! It's the guys! Fascinating that that is their first... Are they arguing?
No way, bro!
Oh my god! Kakuku! A young Kakukusaurus, an assistant to Aoife, who is also a Sauro vet in his own right. He's responsible for listening to their saurian patients and translating what they say. Allegedly, he has quite the understanding of human language and enjoys imitating Aoife's speech mannerisms. In any event, if you talk to him long enough, he's sure to end up viewing you as his bro. Cute. Indeed.
Did he say he came from Natlan?
Apparently.
No.
Get out of here!
I can understand his words, just not what they mean.
What does this bro mean?
Oh no.
Hello. For real now? Bro!
He keeps repeating the same things over and over again.
Since I haven't actually met him in canon, this is like Christmas. Because I haven't gotten far enough in the Fontaine story quest to actually meet him, and the only time I ever actually met him in a story quest was at, I think, the last Lantern Ride or something, where he just came over. He didn't even come over. It was just Neuvillette, Furine, and Navi and Clorinde. Not Clorinde. Yes, Clorinde. And he was just in a flashback where he got the tea from Nevi. So this... also new voice lines. Oh my god. I'm just going slightly insane, but like you... Shh. Let me. Alright.
Oh, you know one another.
Yes. He's a bro. He's a bro of a bro.
He's a friend! Yeah! A saurian friend of a human friend!
Great. Well, that was easy. Looks like we've tracked down the owner.
Yeah.
Guess that's one less lost and found notice for you to write, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Oh my god. Are they the two that have been arguing about who to... Cause, Lupin, whoever the fuck, Julien, that one, was like, oh, they were like immediately fighting over who had to write the lost and found notice. Are they arguing? Are the gays fighting?
For real?
Yes.
Traveler, was there something important you wanted to discuss with the Udex?
No, but we can talk if you want. If you want, of course.
I'm just about done with my business here. Need me to step out?
No, stay.
Stay and
Please.
hear them out first.
Please.
Perhaps it will have some bearing on your own work.
Possibly. Please stay.
If I'm not mistaken, you are the same Mr. Kanich who served as a witness in the smuggling trial?
Yes.
I take it there's been a further development in the case.
That's right. Very perceptive, Mr. Udex.
So you've met Nervalette before? But wasn't the trial overseen by another judge?
But maybe he was there.
I've seen his photo in the papers. But as for this other gentleman...
Hello?
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Wriothesley, administrator of the Fortress of Meripede.
He's the Duke!
In layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden.
In layman's terms. You can call him the Duke, it's fine.
Please, feel free to share anything about the case. There's no need to keep anything from him.
What the fuck just coughed?
Pleasure to meet you.
Hi. Hi.
Pleasure to meet you.
Cute.
Wow, that sounded just like me.
I did not, but okay. Right, so you did. I absolutely did not. You do not screech like that.
But should we really discuss official business in front of the Saurian?
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
Oh, he's heartbroken.
I believe he said... Or rather, I suppose he meant that he'll keep this to himself.
Poor Ryo. Yeah.
Though I should mention, Mr. Kukuku, that we will have to ask you to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Sure.
Sure thing, bro.
Sure thing, bro. Oh, little hearts. This is a bit strange, but they really are a great pair of awesome, sorry. Cute.
Let us return to the matter at hand. Mr. Kanich, was there something else you wanted to discuss relating to the case?
A gun.
Yes. Let me fill you in.
Gay shells investigate about Le Pont Pauline's finding the gun. Nevertheless, makes inquiries with the Revelant personnel, and sure enough, they locate the box and the gun that Le Pont Pauline spoke of.
Wow. It really is exactly like Lapine Pauline's sketch. That must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
Yeah.
So if it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case, then there's a high chance we overlooked a suspect.
Possibly. I also love how glowy he is, because he's so fucking white. But, like, everything else is so dark, so he just... It's just like me right now. We're both glowing.
That's exactly my line of thought.
I see. Mr. Kanich, thank you for reporting this promptly. I'll arrange for the Marechaussee Phantom to investigate right away. We should begin by questioning the prisoners in custody.
Sure thing. Can I come with Wriothesley? Can I go with him?
Wriothesley.
Wriothesley.
I'll sign off on the interrogation request. Don't you worry.
That would be much appreciated.
It's lucky that the Palais Mermonia wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins today, and that this gun's lost and found notice hasn't been written up yet. In other words, the news hasn't leaked.
Whew.
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the investigation or you need my help, feel free to reach out anytime.
It goes from me too, Wriothesley. Reach out anytime.
Yep, we were just about to go help out with Lapine Pauline's convention. If there's any news, we'll keep you all posted.
Marvelous. Thank you all. Well then, all that's left is to...
Confidentiality report.
You miss me, bro?
He really does come out with the most unexpected things.
He's got such an empty stare. It's adorable. He's like,
Who did he learn it all from?
Aoife. A couple of top bros from Natlan.
Huh. Well, it's pretty extraordinary.
Sure is. Look at him shrug.
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kukuku qualifies as a flying object.
Does he now?
And, following on from our conversation just now, he also needs to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Something was like creaking, and I have no idea where it's coming from. It's like.
Drafting said agreement may take some time.
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while then, Kakuku. Excited?
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, bro. Nervous laughter. I can help pass a message to his friends.
That would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
Of course. Don't mention it.
Alright then, we'd better get going. No need to see us off.
Alright, bye. Spooky creaking. Ya miss me, bro? Oh my god, hi.
I know you mentioned a while back that people from Nadland would soon start showing up all over the world. But I hadn't expected anything like this.
It seems no matter where they come from, all dragons are inquisitive by nature.
You can say that again, bro!
The same might well be said for humankind. The real reason you chose to stay to investigate this case was your curiosity about Natlan and Mr. Kakuku, was it not?
Yeah, because he's a nerd.
Guilty as charged. Nothing gets past you.
Never.
So, how about we take this opportunity to chat a little more? We've got the world's best translator on hand, after all.
Sure thing, bro!
Cute! Uh-huh. Nice. Okay. Where are we going? Outside, huh? Okay. Let's walk the way. Alright. Ouch. Love that I just walked up the wall, but okay. Hallelujah. Glad to have seen my man. Hope I see him again. Hello, bros.
Aurora and Eva, we found Kakuku!
Yeah, he's inside.
What's the situation? How bad is it?
Well, there's some good news and some bad news.
Oh no.
He's not dead.
When I saw that Kakuku wasn't with you, I'd already prepared myself for the worst.
Relax, Eva. Maybe Kakuku just prefers high-rise living now. Sometimes you just have to let the kids grow up and make their own choices in life.
I'm sure.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
It's not that bad.
Hmm.
Kakuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for starters.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
Even had an interesting chat with some veritable VIPs.
See?
You're not exactly reassuring me here.
As for the bad news, well, it's really not that bad. Kakuku accidentally overheard some top secret stuff, so he has to stay at the Palais Mermonia for a while to sign a confidentiality agreement. But there's no need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kakuku is super nice, so he'll be absolutely fine.
You'll just have to wait a little bit longer.
All right. That doesn't sound too bad after all.
Yeah.
Wow, hearing that's put my mind to rest.
Very good.
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be over by the time Kakuku actually gets out.
Yeah.
What a shame. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to go have some fun without him.
You don't look disappointed in the slightest.
Anyway, Auroron and I will be staying in guest rooms upstairs at the Hotel de Boer for the time being.
De Boer.
Feel free to drop by if you need us.
Of course. Alright, bro.
Yay, problem solved! Alright, let's catch up another day.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Act 1 complete. That was almost an hour. Now, second part. Wait until the morning of the day after tomorrow. Okay, Jesus. Alright, is that morning enough for you? Oh no, wait, you did say like 8 a.m. Fuck. Well, here we are, waiting a little bit. Gonna eat some chocolate, because I haven't had dinner. I was just drawing. There.
It's been a few days. Ban on flying objects should be over by now. Let's head
Yeah.
over to the Palais
Mermonia and see what's happening. We are seeing, observing. Is he still here?
Time to go.
Please tell me that he's still here. Wriothesley! Don't tell me you've gone away. Very glad. He just crashed on Novilette's couch, I'm sure.
Hey everyone, we're here!
Hello!
Oh hey, my little dudes!
My little dudes! Morning, little dude!
Oh wow, Cuckoo's learned a new greeting!
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Is that good news or bad news though?
Sorry, I did everything within my power. But so far, I've only managed to teach him how to say good morning.
I mean, that's still an achievement.
Wait, so that's all you've been up to this whole time?
I hope more.
Get out of here!
I think that means no.
Huh? Okay, so good mornings aside, please tell Paimon there's been some other progress too.
Of course. That's why I'm here.
Hello.
Kukuku's not the only one that Mr. Wriothesley's been getting to talk. I'm referring, of course,
The side
to the
eye.
convicts.
Oh my god, the side eye is diabolical. What the hell? Wriothesley, what's going on?
It was nothing. These guys weren't exactly tough nuts to crack.
He does look like he's not like he disapproves of Kinich.
So, what's
Bombastic side eye. What the hell?
After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were preparing to pack up and leave Natlan. He was dressed in the manner of the Children of Echoes and carrying a box. Plus, the description matches the one the gun was found in. All in all, he didn't look any different from your average Natlanese traveler. Perhaps seeing that they were dressed as merchants, this man stopped for a chat, inquiring where their goods were headed, and even asking if they could share a boat. The smugglers were very cautious, though. They didn't tell him any specifics, but all this happened before I crossed paths with them. I happened to notice them as they were preparing to set sail. I thought they looked shady, so I snuck aboard, and ended up being carried along all the way to Fontaine.
So who's to say that the middle-aged man didn't do the same? Oh, port 2. I'm guessing it's reacts again. Oh, look at him! What is he doing here? Sir! The fuck? What are you doing here? Are we going into like a flashback?
Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all supply and demand, kid. Supply and demand. Natlan's foreign trade is just starting to lift off. There'll be a market for it, you'll see.
That's right. So stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just do your job and keep an eye on the goods.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business? Scarred face. Calloused hands.
They're all silky smooth, actually.
On closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and elbows, and his fingernails are dirty. Not exactly your typical merchant.
Detective Kinich over
Could he
here.
have previously been a warrior? Or even an adventurer? Something feels off. I'd better sneak up and get a closer look.
Oh god, I don't want to sneak. Don't make me sneak. Oh god, really?
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan?
Possibly.
I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this.
Alright. Diversion. Where? Diversion where? Huh. No, you don't see me. Can you, like, leave, please? Can I... Okay.
Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves. Sure enough, there are relics inside the box. It's illegal to smuggle such items outside Natlan.
No, you can't see me. Where you going?
Hey, why the long face? You're abroad on business, and you get to do some sightseeing while you're at it. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. You better cheer up if you know what's good for you.
I guess you're right. I was just worried I might have messed up with the packing, or that something's gonna go wrong along the way.
Oh, pull yourself together. Tons of foreign tourists come traveling to Fontaine. I bet their luggage is full of all kinds of weird stuff. If someone insists on checking it all, just show them the purchase order we had drawn up. Those Fontainians can't get enough of their legalese, so I've heard. They can look all they want.
Uh-huh.
Aha. So their aim is to smuggle in contraband after all.
Apparently. Alright.
Looks like I've gathered enough intel about the smugglers and their contraband. Time to inform port security.
Woo. Alright. Back to present day? Or are we actually, like, reporting shit?
So anyway, that was when I went and told the Fontainian guards about my suspicions. After an investigation and a chase, they finally apprehended them and sent them on their way.
Well, guess they're headed exactly where they should be.
Good job, Kinich.
Thanks.
Based on your recollections just now...
I was completely focused on those smugglers at the time, so I wasn't really paying attention to other passersby.
Oh, that's only natural. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Kinich, you did great.
Yeah.
In other words, the person who brought the gun here, the one who lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever. They were working entirely on their own.
Yeah.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah.
Sounds like Mr. Kakuku wants to chime in?
He said this elusive individual's actions are positively mystifying.
Uh-huh, that's definitely what Mr. Kukuku said.
It's a good observation. I quite agree. However, we still know next to nothing about the person. Perhaps we should start by focusing on the lost item itself.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to do this. Don't make me investigate. A lost item that was picked up. The box was buried. It doesn't seem like an accident. No, it's someone left it there on purpose. Bait? Why would someone just leave such valuable, unique antique out in the middle of nowhere? What's the plan for someone to come pick it up? Maybe. A lost item that was picked up. A genuine treasure lost by the roadside. It still remains unreported and unclaimed. It came from ancient Atlantis dragon ruins. This is a relic left behind by Natlan's ancient dragon. Civilization is a genuine antique, so it must be of great value. Bait? Maybe.
It certainly seems like it was the bait in some kind of trap. The only question is, why wasn't the bait made more conspicuous?
That's a great
Has something sprung to mind?
I just remembered a film I watched this one time.
Of course, sir.
Huh? Oh, wow. No way, bro.
Hold on, let me explain.
Hold on now. Yes, I'm holding.
Just now, the traveler speculated that this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come pick it up. That got me thinking about those films about kidnapping cases.
There's something stuck on my nose. I can't get it off. Okay.
When they demand their ransom, the kidnappers tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to come pick up.
Fair point.
That doesn't merely happen in films. There have been similar cases in real life. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspired the films.
Sounds plausible.
Yeah, sure does.
Wait. This raises the stakes to a whole new level.
Yeah, because that means there's some kidnapping case going on somewhere.
If the guy really was some kind of ransom, then since we took the box, the kidnappers never got their payment, so does that mean they executed the hostage?
Paimon, stay calm.
I agree. I don't believe we have a kidnapping on our hands.
No, not something like that.
Selling off stolen goods is extra work that most kidnappers would want to avoid. Unless they're after something very specific, they tend to just ask for cash.
Yeah.
Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hands on an ancient dragon handgun? It's not impossible, but the likelihood is very slim. We can discount that possibility for now. And speaking of selling stolen goods, don't you think this looks more like a transaction?
Yeah. I know. But the buyer? After receiving the instruction, the buyer would have gone to the designated spot with the money to pick up the goods. To ensure they actually got paid, the seller would likely have been watching the buyer. Before the buyer could show up, Pauline found the goods by chance while setting up the event venue. Due to the unexpected arrival of Phil Fanny's event, the deal had to be called off. The gun was placed in a locked box hidden away. Clearly the seller wanted to keep their identity a secret. Yeah.
So, bottom line, this was an individual smuggler at work.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it was the location itself that caused the deal to fall through.
Unfortunately.
The last thing they would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling film convention overnight.
Yeah, quite literally overnight. That's the whole thing, isn't it?
Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rasula have a presence there. I'll bet that both parties were completely caught off guard.
Great job, Pauline.
That sounds like a plausible theory, but how do we verify it?
Looks like your people better start rolling up their sleeves.
So backhanded jab.
How so?
Easy. Just follow the usual procedure by putting up a lost and found notice.
More jabs.
The more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim it. Even if they send a proxy, we're liable to get our hands on new leads. And timing-wise, it's about time we updated the bulletin board anyway. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire to write up the notice for us post-haste.
Ah, so that's what you meant by rolling up their sleeves.
Right.
In that case, I may as well write it myself. Delegating this to someone else would require an additional explanation.
Or are you just not used to asking others to work overtime?
Well...
Is that really a major concern here?
Well, looks like I won't be needed around here. At least until the notice has been posted.
You could always wait here if you like. The Palais Mermonia serves a particularly fine cup of tea, if that swings it for you.
Thanks, but no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend before heading out, so I should probably get back to feed it.
Ah, I wasn't aware that you had a pet, Mr. Kanich. Speaking of pets...
Get out of here! Out of here!
Yep, that's the plan. Out of here indeed.
I love him so much, you have no idea.
I believe that what Wriothesley is trying to say is, you are free to leave, Mr. Kukuku. Furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kukuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object. As such, he shall be free to move around Fontaine whenever he so pleases.
Yay!
You're the best, bro!
You're the best, bro!
Oh,
Cutie!
that really is good news! should we bring Kukuku back to Aoife and Auroran?
Yes.
I shall leave him in your capable hands.
No problem. Let's keep in touch.
Indeed.
Yep. Bye. Okay, talk to Wriothesley again. Wriothesley!
Ah. You know, all this has made me realize that I'd quite like to have a pet.
If that proves inconvenient within the fortress of Meripede, perhaps you should consider finding a place in the court of Fontaine.
Oh?
That actually sounds like a good idea.
He's asking him to move
In
in.
the past, I always dismissed the idea of buying a property in the city. The prophecy about the floods meant it never seemed like a worthwhile investment. But now...
This might be a good time for you to re-examine the documents I gave you regarding your title as Duke.
Oh my god, does that mean he actually has property on, like, topside without having to have asked? Oh my god.
Huh?
Huh?
Citizens with honorary titles are eligible for certain benefits when purchasing property in the court of Fontaine.
Oh my god, lore? Oh my god.
Really?
How about this? You read through your documents from start to finish, while I write up the lost and found notice.
Oh my god. Also that little... Really? Adorable. Fascinating! Holy shirts! Neuvillette was like, hey, here, have benefits. Fun. Honestly, Wriothesley deserves all the best. So, I agree. He should get a wonderful house topside. And not live in the dingy dungeons of the Fortress of Meripede anymore. The poor fella. Please. Okay. That kind of sounds a little bit like Undertale music. That's why I was like waiting for a second there. Hello. All right. Smooth, soft jazz. Oh my god, a cabbage. A cabbage? No, it's... Uh-huh. I thought it was cabbage, okay? It seemed logical.
How?
What? What now?
Let's shake hands.
Fine by me. Get ready for a knuckle sandwich.
What? What? Are you trying to teach
nice
him a trick?
dodge.
Paimon feels strangely inclined to keep a safe distance.
Fair point.
Did you miss me, bro?
Cuckoo, you're free!
Cutie pie!
Not you again. Nope, didn't miss you in the slightest.
Hey, other granny. And hey, Paimon and Kanich. It's good to see you all. Thanks for bringing Kukuku back.
Always.
Get it away! Get it away from me! Nice to meet you, bro. Who are you calling bro? Say that again to my face. I dare you.
If you've got the energy to argue this much, you're clearly not hungry yet.
Ha!
Let's go find something to eat while a How lives his best life.
Sounds good to me. Oh, he's crying!
Poor How. He spent all day being tormented by Auroran, only to discover that the suffering's just begun.
Aoife, as a Saurian vet, how can you just sit back and watch our little dragon bro suffer?
Huh? How am I the bad guy?
Even hear yourself? Doesn't anyone want to hear how Kukuku got out of jail?
Mr. Racket, you briefly explain what happened with Kukuku to Aoife and Auroran. Hearing that Kukuku now has permission to move around freely, Ajah's face goes even redder than before.
Don't lose hope, How. By the same standard, you have freedom of movement now too. You're still in the game?
Same standard? I will not be held to the same standard as that thing!
That thing is a fellow Saurian, you piece of crap.
That's right. You won't. As far as I understand, the Palais Mermonia will want to assess your case on its own merits before they grant you freedom of movement.
Where's that Saurian meat restaurant again?
I'm gonna march that little pink balloon right into the kitchen!
Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You'll be putting your own neck on the line, too.
Also, there's no such restaurant!
Yelling.
Anyway, thanks for looking after a how, guys. I'll take over from here.
Why you?
I love them so much. It's just like, bonk, gone. Once Kakuku delivered, as promised. One Kakuku delivered, as promised.
Between the two, Kakuku wins the cuteness competition hands down.
Absolutely. Getting picky now, huh?
Ah, really? Thanks!
Oh yeah, I counted both. So, you know, also counting that Paimon is the cutest.
Wait, who are the other contestants, though?
Everyone else. Alright, 8 a.m. the next day. Beep. We'll see how long Act 2 is. Because already 9:30-ish. I think I might finish Act 2. Unless it's like it finishes in like 10 minutes. Then I'll do Act 3 too. I don't know yet.
Some found notices up!
Okay.
Maybe we should go hang around the Palais Mermonia to see if anyone shows up to claim it.
Possibly, sure. Meep mop mop mop. We'll see. Oh my god, is Ricey gonna be there as well? Here, Furine is coming by to see how things are going. Furine. She's little glowing Mrs. Whee. Oh my god, I love that. Risley's just there the entire time. It's like, yeah! I missed him. Hi, Iko!
Huh, looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
Yes.
Ah, hello, you two.
Have there been any developments? Okay, guess not. Well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely that someone would show up right at...
Special Patrol, open up!
Oh, you don't sound like Special Patrol. Also, hi. Yes, Furine.
Ah, who's there? What's going on? The Special Patrol?
I don't think that's who this is.
Yeah, no, for sure isn't. Someone's knocking on the door. Please, anything but the Special Control.
Hey, this isn't the time for silly jokes.
It is, though.
Let's go check it out.
A guard from the Palais Memoria carefully opens the door and a
Good day, all. Gramps, grannies, aunts, and uncles.
Ron? What is this about?
What in the Tevet are you doing here, Auroran?
Oh, he must be the one you mentioned.
Nope.
Kakuku's owner?
Not Kakuku's owner.
One of his owners. Kind of.
They have a dual, caretaker thing?
But, bro, what are you doing here?
My brain immediately went to the fact, like, maybe he's a shapeshifter, but, like, that can't be right.
I'm here to claim a lost item.
I can't tell if he's being deadpan or deadly serious.
Is this the person you saw on the boat, Mr. Kinich?
Somehow I highly doubt that.
Yeah, me too. I also highly doubt that.
For starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies. And unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the world, I don't think he's our guy.
The youngest middle-aged man. Listen, he might not be super funny, but he's funny to me. Okay? He's funny to me. Apologize for my grandson bursting in like this. Oh, she's like, I'm sorry. Guys, I'm sorry. Oh, honey bunny.
Huh. Was there something wrong with my door-knocking etiquette? That's how they do it in all the films.
That's not door-knocking etiquette. That's the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol doing their job. Completely different things.
Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry, to show the people inside you had something important to discuss. Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again.
No need. Just get to business.
So, Auroron, you said you were here to claim a lost item. What did you lose?
The gun. This whole situation is so funny. It is!
Yeah, so basically...
Auroron carefully describes the lost items he's come to claim. From the style of the box and the gun itself, everything matches.
For real now? Oh, come on, bro.
Is arresting my dear grandson what it's come to?
Auroron, be honest now. Were you the one who lost this?
No, it belongs to a friend.
Who?
So it belongs to Aoife?
Of course not. Aoife has his own gun.
Yeah. Auroron, tell us the truth, otherwise we're gonna have to arrest you for real.
All right then. I knew this wouldn't go well. So here's what went down. This morning, Aoife and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. So we figured we'd head out and visit some of the Cour de Fontaine's famous landmarks. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help. He said that he had lost something and that someone had found it and sent it over to the Palais Mermonia. But apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old co-workers. So he asked us to pretend to be the owners and claim it on his behalf.
Huh.
You didn't manage to keep that pretense up for long.
I mean, for his sake, he doesn't know it's a smuggled item. And he is, I'd say gullible enough to believe such a story.
It's fine. I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway.
He doesn't fucking know it's a smuggling story, babes.
So, a former employee of the Palais Mermonia. Was this individual a Fontaine native?
Did he have the accent? Well, who knows at this point?
Yes, at least I assume so. He looked like a well-dressed gentleman to me. We were about to refuse, but he was so polite.
Could it have been a disguise?
Oh no. Auroron, Paimon thinks you've been tricked. Yeah. This person might be in cahoots with the bad guys. Oh, maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as your mission went pear-shaped.
No way. I'm not that dumb.
Huh?
Oh my god. The expressions are killing me. Wait.
He's not going anywhere. Aoife and Kakuku are keeping an eye on him over at the plaza.
Keeping an eye on him. I like the sound of that.
Nicely done, bro.
In that case, let's hurry over to where Aoife is. Time to catch that con man and find out what's really going on here.
Wait a minute, I have a question first.
Okay. Ask away, my dear.
Traveler, Paimon. You're pretty famous in Natlan, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're basically household names. But why do you ask?
Well, it's just not just us. Kinish, Auroron, and Aoife too.
Would that be a problem?
He probably will recognize us.
Remember when I said that the seller might be watching in secret?
Yeah, fair point.
If so, then picking Auroron to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their part.
It suggests that the person who got Auroron to claim the item might not be fully in the know themselves. There are plenty of unanswered questions, but standing around racking our brains won't help. However, I still suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kinich, oh, and of course, Monsieur Nivelette too, stay here for the time being.
Alright, but Wriothesley gets to
We'll
go?
empty the box, give it to Auroron, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened. I'll follow to check if anyone is watching.
Yeah.
I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
I would recognize you everywhere. Being low-key has its
I think this plan is worth a try. I shall leave it to the pair of you.
So, I have to go undercover again, right?
Well, not exactly undercover. Just drop the special patrol persona and be yourself instead.
Roger that. Over and out.
Okay. Cutie pie. Do we get to be Wriothesley? Or do we need to stay? Do we get to be Auroron? Who do we get to be? Anyone, everyone, come on. Uh-huh.
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here. Auroron has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now.
The plaza? Do I get to
Auroron's taking the elevator. I should take a different route to the plaza.
I guess. Whatever. Plaza. Just jumping downwards. Oh boy. Why is he, like, cowering on the floor? Am I too close? I might be too close. Because of the bird. Where's Wriothesley? Heh. Excellent shadow work, sir.
Nothing suspicious going on here either.
Yet.
Strange. Maybe we're overthinking this?
Maybe.
Oh dear! Oh
dear! Hi.
Stop with the pecking! Stop with the pecking! Please, sir, I'm begging you, do me a favor and get this pet of yours under control!
The heck are you on about?
Oh.
Sorry, but he's not my pet. He's my coworker.
Yeah.
And I should warn you, he's not too happy with how you're talking about him.
What the? This thing has a job? So in that land, they just dish out jobs to any old thing.
You will get pecked to death if you keep this ruse up.
Uh-oh. Kukuku's not too big on being called a thing either. You're on your own now.
Hi, baby.
I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Kukuku. Master Kukuku. Lord Kukuku. I meant no offense, I promise.
Lord Kukuku!
All right, Kukuku. That'll do for now. Let me ask him some questions first.
Sure thing, bro.
Auroron actually looks pretty serious this time. Was he just pretending to be clueless earlier? Interesting. I think I'll sit back and see how this plays out.
Look at him go. Lord Kukuku. I'm so glad I'm streaming this. Teehee. Uh-huh. Yes, continue speaking. Yes.
You actually got it? Wow, didn't think it would be that easy.
Ah, excellent. Looks like sending you was the right approach after all.
After all?
I mean, because the staff at the Palais Mermonia don't recognize you, right?
So I got it, but I don't remember promising I'd hand it over.
Oh, is this being yourself, Auroron?
Huh?
This thing's pretty cool. I've taken a bit of a liking to it.
Auroron, no, you're gonna get shot! Huh? I can't believe this. He's also acting probably like someone else from a different movie, I'm guessing. Oh, this is hilarious.
Please don't do this, my good sir, my master, my lord. My very life hangs in the balance.
His life hangs in the balance?
That's a great question. What the fuck? What life?
If this means so much to you, what are you gonna offer me in return?
Sir.
Are you trying to get him to say my life?
How'd you know that?
Because I watched that film with you. You should drop the act. We don't want a real misunderstanding in our hands.
Jesus.
You're probably right. But honestly, I don't know what else to say. Sorry, this is the most myself I can be. Is that enough?
No, you've just blown your cover so expertly. Holy shit.
Enough. More than enough.
Hi.
Who's this dude?
My husband.
Just think of me as a staff member from the Palais Mermonia.
The prison warden, the Duke of
Now, if you don't
Lord
mind,
Incognito.
I have some questions for this gentleman about that life or death treasure you were just discussing. Truthful answers appreciated, of course.
Oh no, I'm toast now.
What's that supposed to mean? You don't think the Palais Mermonia has the ability to protect our citizens?
No, I mean, yes, of course they do. Please ask away.
I could do that. But I'd rather you just tell the whole story, from the beginning.
I suppose I only have myself to blame. Such a rare antique, I couldn't resist. I'm a collector of antiques. Nothing excites me more than rare, old relics, and to be completely honest, if someone's selling, I'm buying. I don't care to ask where they sourced their goods. As for the seller of this particular item, well, I've never met him in person. We've had some prior dealings, but always under the cover of coded ads in some shady tabloids. Lost and found notices, missing person ads, that sort of thing. As long as I took care to hide a time and place somewhere within the text, then slip some mora into the envelope before submitting the ad, it would get published. And that was that. No fuss, no trace. Simple, right? Normally, everything goes off without a hitch. But this time, I arrive at the pickup spot expecting a discreet in and out, and instead, I find a whole construction crew at work. That was not what we'd agreed. But I couldn't just let it go, so I reached out to him again the same way as usual. He replied, and do you know what he said? He told me that the item's now in the Palais Mermonia.
Well, he wasn't lying about that.
He insisted that it would be inconvenient for him to make an appearance himself, but said that if I could somehow find a way to retrieve it from the Palais, he'd give me a discount on the price. Of course it wasn't the discount that swung it. Do I look like I'm strapped for cash?
Feeling smug now, are we?
Apparently.
Feeling smug now, are we?
No, please go easy on me.
Go on.
Where was I? Well, anyway, I thought to myself, seeing as the item itself came from Natlan, it would make more sense if I could find someone from there to go retrieve it. And by a stroke of complete and utter coincidence, I just so happened to see these two young folks wandering around, so I'm so very sorry. I underestimated the pair of you.
I need you to clear something up for me. You haven't paid the seller yet, correct? And yet he told you to collect the item from the Palais Mermonia. Was he not worried that you just split afterwards?
Well, to be honest, though I can't claim to know him very well, he, on the other hand, seems to know my name and where I live.
Spooky.
Besides, this is a guy who managed to get his hands on an ancient Natlanese weapon. That's probably not the kind of person I want to double-cross.
Valid.
Fair.
The
That makes
thinker. The thinker.
So, Mr.
Please, just call me Argento.
Argento. Sorry.
All right, Mr. Argento. Listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. It will determine how much of the rest of your life you'll be spending beneath the waves.
Threats!
What does he mean? Is he gonna drown me just like they do in those gangster films?
No, the prism is underwater, baby. That's the whole reason. The prism is simply underwater.
Oh, I get it. He's talking about that place at the bottom of the Fontanian Sea.
That one, not that one either.
Can it?
We're watching a movie.
Owing to your suspected involvement in the illicit trade of Natlanese relics, you're now one of the suspects in an international smuggling case.
I love the Dutch angle.
A trip to the Opera Epicles seems unavoidable at this stage, but on the bright side, you still have one chance to make things right.
Look at him go. Yes, anything you say.
Okay. Do I really? Please tell me what to do.
It's very simple. Just reach out to your seller in the same way as usual, arrange to meet, bring the money, and make the deal. Just be sure to let me know all the details. I'm talking time, place, the whole lot.
Whatever you say, baby. Yes.
If we can catch the other party by doing this, you'll have gone some way toward redeeming yourself. Understand?
Oh, I see. I understand. You shall have my full and unadulterated cooperation.
Good. Don't break the law, and don't even think about making a run for it. The Palais Mermonia will be watching you and ensuring your safety. All right, take the box, but leave your ID and other documents behind. You can go now. As for you two, protocol dictates that I should take you both back to the Palais and have you sign a confidentiality agreement. But that would take a lot of time and effort.
So he's just gonna skip that?
Such a hassle, bro.
Sure is such
See,
a hassle.
Mr. Kukuku knows exactly where I'm coming from. So, I was thinking, since you're all friends of the Traveler...
I understand, sir. We got dragged into this by accident, and it has diddly squat to do with us.
It's gonna take you?
Out of respect for the Traveler, we won't say another word.
Hey.
Oh, I know this part. We better keep our mouths shut, or we'll both be sleeping with the fishes in the tailor-made pair of cement shoes.
Not the mafioso! Aurora, I love you so much. This is not real. I will be sleeping with the fishes. Did you know that I didn't know? Well, there's a song that I listened to, sung by Daughter. I don't remember what the title is anymore, but there's a line in it, tomorrow we'll be sleeping with the fishes, and I didn't realize that that was the same wording as the mafiosos use to say sleeping with the fishes, you're drowning in the fucking river. Until like a couple of years ago, and I thought that was so funny.
In that case, I understand completely.
Jesus Christ, not the mafioso talk.
Not exactly what I was going for, but if that's how you want to understand it, then be my guest.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Then it's settled. Thanks for your help.
Of course. Stay, baby, stay.
Boy, am I glad that's over. That's enough work for one day. Time to head back.
Yeah. Real, babe. You go. Swooshing, cape and all. Where are we going? Are we back in the Palais? That one. Palais Mermonia.
Wriothesley's back!
Wriothesley!
Judging by your expression, it must be good news, huh?
It went smoothly, on the whole.
Look at him smiling. Wriothesley recounts what happened. It all makes perfect sense, but somehow it feels like Wriothesley has, here's a screenshot, glossed over lots of the bro talk.
So basically, we hold off until Argento and the other party have set up the next stage of the transaction. Then we plan our next move.
Yeah.
Patience will be key.
Yes.
I get that. It's like hunting. I'm just not sure the other party will take the bait so easily.
Well, if he didn't need the money, or if he valued self-preservation over making a profit, he could have walked away as soon as the contraband was brought to the Palais Mermonia.
No.
On top of that, although he hasn't shown his face yet, he seems to have no followers or accomplices, and he's relying on an extremely limited set of options to push the deal along. So, if you ask me, he seems like someone who cares a lot about his image and has a somewhat high opinion of himself, but lacks any real ability. I almost get the feeling that if he misses out on this opportunity, he won't have any other way of making money. His every move is like a spin of the roulette wheel, hoping that the ball will land exactly where he wants it to. Or, I don't know.
You're making yourself out to be less smart than you are.
Maybe he'll cut his losses and vanish into thin air, and our efforts will have been in vain. At least Natlan will get the stolen relic back, so it won't have been for nothing.
In that case, let's hope his arrogance stays in play.
Everyone, I have just briefed the Marechaussee Phantom on the situation. As soon as there are any further developments, we will act without delay. When that time comes, we will be relying on your help.
Leave it to us.
We'll be waiting for the good news.
Alright. So, the price of every price. I really quickly want to just double check if that is the last one. 1 second. Because if this is like, if there's 4 acts, Then I can split it here and go till, like, go Thursday. So. Padum. Patum. Quests. Whirling Waltz. That one, that is. Let's see. Okay, there is 3 acts. I want to see how long that takes, because I don't want to have to go to bed really late. Let's just see. Genshin. I can't type anymore. 5.6 Whirling Waltz Act 3. Apparently it's not that long. How fun. Well. Uh-huh. Okay. That's a lot of confusing elements to that, but I'm just hoping it's a short one.
I once considered keeping some pets in my office, but soon gave up on the idea. It's just not right to keep small animals where they won't be able to see the sun.
Let me talk to Risley, actually. Hi.
On the topic of kidnapping cases, how exactly do we define the subject of a kidnapping? According to the regulations, I mean. Aside from humans, do pets count? What about sentient non-human beings? Of course, melazines go without saying, but what about a being like a cuckoo?
I am surprised that you are unfamiliar with the legal provisions on this matter.
If I knew all the laws like the back of my hand, I wouldn't have ended up in the fortress of Meripede, would I?
Sweetheart, you murdered people! You killed 2 people! That is a law that should be, you know, established to be kind of bad. I don't know, you didn't go around smuggling around things. You killed 2 people! 2! Honey, come on now.
That is no laughing matter, Risley.
Indeed! What the hell, sir? Wait, I kind of want to take...
On the topic of...
Me.
How exactly do we define this? Aside from humans, do pet... Of course, melazines go without...
I am surprised that you're...
If I knew all the...
That is no laughing matter, Risley.
He is so serious about that. That's funny. That's so funny. It is funny. It was funny. Okay. Where are we? Oh yeah, right. 10 a.m. the next day. Let's see. There. Cool. Alright. We'll see if I can actually make that happen. Because, like, some of the quests did have it be, like, 18 minutes. Oh, day after tomorrow. I see how it is. Just saying. Alright. Let's see. Because if it really is only like 20 minutes, then we can be over in 2 hours. And that should be fine, but we'll see.
Novelette sent someone to contact us this morning.
Alright.
That must mean there's been some progress. No time to waste. Let's head out.
Okay. Near. Leave. If we finish, because like it's just shortly before 10, so I hope if we finish in the next 20 minutes we can still pull for Escoffier, maybe even for Navia. Allure.
Hey everyone! We're not late, are we?
No, you're just in time. Well rested, I trust?
Staying busy keeps you sharp.
A great way to stay energetic, certainly.
Have you all started preparing?
We received word from Mr. Argenteau yesterday, confirming the time and location of the transaction.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It'll take place this afternoon, and it turns out it'll be somewhere we all know pretty well, too. The film Fantasyland restaurant.
I wonder if Escoffier is the one.
Really? Huh. He sure does like that place.
But
seems like you share our concerns, Traveler.
Indeed. Capturing someone in a crowded event venue will be much more challenging than in an open area. The criminal might try to blend in with the crowd, or even escape by taking hostages. In light of this, we've had to make additional preparations. As soon as we received the news yesterday, we began coordinating with the Marechaussee Phantom and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Mm-hmm. We'll be deploying lots of undercover agents on site. If things go south, the safety of the civilians will be our top priority.
Good.
Of course, fingers crossed, everything will go without a hitch.
Yes.
I noticed a bunch of familiar faces from the previous case, like Captain Chevres of the Special Patrol. So I'm feeling optimistic.
Yay.
We'll trust your instincts then. Oh, yeah, and by the way, we've also been in communication with Miss Lapine Pauline and Miss Navia.
The Spina di Rosula will provide support within a controlled scope, so there's no need to worry.
The only potential issue is with Miss Escoffier.
Oh, she doesn't want to serve criminals? She wants to introduce them to her chopping board?
You know what? That might not be such a bad idea.
Yeah, leash your dog, baby.
All right, no more jokes. Miss Escoffier has made it clear that she doesn't want her restaurant to suffer any losses as a result of this operation. But, well, I have a feeling things might not go quite as smoothly as she hopes.
Fair. Is there anything I can do?
To be honest, we shouldn't have dragged you into this in the first place, and it's caused you quite enough trouble already. The Fontanian authorities should be able to handle the rest from here.
Okay.
But still, I'm guessing you'd like to see how it all turns out.
Oh, absolutely, definitely.
Well then, feel free to head down to the scene, but just stay alert and play it by ear. You won't necessarily have to do anything, unless things go pear-shaped, of course.
Of course.
I'll do my best to ensure that things don't escalate to that point.
You're getting involved too, Kinich?
Of course.
Involved.
There are still a lot of unanswered questions, but our intel so far indicates that the culprit's from Natlan. Plus, I'm already a witness in this case. Might as well see this thing through to the end.
Might witness it through to the end.
That's the Kinich we know and love.
Yeah, let's go. The group go on to discuss the specifics for the operation and things to watch out for. For once, the conversation goes surprisingly smoothly, perhaps because Aha and Kakuku aren't present. It's just as well, really. Things could have gotten awkward if Aha showed up and started cursing out Navilet.
Well, that's enough of the small talk.
Yeah.
The operation's scheduled for the afternoon. If we're quick enough, we'll even have time for a few cups of tea before we leave.
Have I told you before that I love him to death? Because I do. I do. My man right here. Us two. Tea. Love him so much.
Oh, and let's grab something to eat too. Can't work on an empty stomach, you know.
But won't you just be watching?
And rooting for you. It's a very important job.
Yeah, needs a lot of energy, of course.
All right. I'll head over to the venue now. Ahao's been harping on for days now about this event-exclusive meal he wants to try. Guess I might as well shut him up sooner rather than later. Yeah. See you in a bit.
I look forward to hearing how it all goes.
Started the price of every price. Of course. Alright. Let's go see. I'll probably do like the mini games by myself, probably, because I'm mostly here for the quest and for Wriothesley.
This beach seems to be getting livelier by the day.
Yeah, thanks in part, surely, to the undercover agents.
Traveler,
Yeah?
Paimon's getting kind of hungry. Let's go check out the restaurant menu, shall we?
The guy with the case. That's got to be him. Oh yeah, right, because we didn't get to meet him yet. Alright, it's business time. Tea. Ooh! weekend cutscene. Matlin guy.
Your friend thought you might be thirsty. Won't you stay and drink it?
I love him so much.
I tend to steer clear of drinks left out in the open.
Hi.
You're surrounded. Give up and come with.
You lousy swine!
Stop right there!
Oh, look! A surprise performance! Wow! How lucky we are!
After him!
Thanks for the scenes.
Sorry, my guy. Unlicensed and illegally docked. This boat's not going anywhere.
Cute. Oh no!
Quick! Don't let him get away!
Such a cute cutscene. I love this.
Lowly worm! No one flies higher than the almighty Dragon Lord! Who's stealing my fun? Ah, you again! You're driving me crazy! Oh, wow,
This is so cool.
All right, that's a wrap.
Aw, cutie!
Unbelievable! You can't just
Unbelievable.
drag someone around like that? Such blatant disregard for human life. I'm gonna sue the living daylights out of you!
But that that Risley appearance though? Oh my god. 10 out of 10. I love him being like intimidating as fuck, but also like very smiley. It's like, I thought you would like the tea. It's like, drink your tea. I love him so much, Your Honor. Your Honor. Your Honor!
Will you now? I think I did you a favor by pulling you away from your audience. Saved you some face at the very least. As for whether you were facing up or down along the way, well, that was your decision, wasn't it?
True.
Why, you... All right, I admit it. I was in the wrong. Oh, of course I know the difference between right and wrong, but I had no choice. I desperately needed the money. I was an expert on ancient relics. Not only did I have a successful career, but a happy family too. But my son, I never imagined he'd turn out this way. Fell in with the wrong crowd and ended up shoulder deep in gambling. We had some savings, but he drained them away like a waterfall. Once he fell into debt, he had creditors regularly coming over to threaten and intimidate him. I'm his father. How could I just stand by and watch him suffer like that? Oh, my son is about the same age as you are. If only he could have turned out more like you. That's the only reason I needed the money. Please, believe me. Please, kid, I'm begging you. Help me.
I'm not dishing out money.
I see you're from that land too. That makes us brothers. Please, have mercy. I still have a chance to help my son straighten himself out. But only if I get back. If I go to prison now, he'll be doomed, I tell you, doomed! And isn't standing together and fighting for a better future what families do?
Lying scoundrel?
Our fate is in your hands, young man. Please, have a heart.
Something wrong, Kanich? Gone soft, have we?
I don't believe a word you say. Wriothesley had you just about figured out. You're a gambler. Pure and simple.
Of course Wriothesley had him figured out, but if like, after he said something, like, really smart, he's like, if I'm making sense at all whatsoever. Wriothesley is incredibly smart, but he undermines himself so often, which I think is so interesting of him as a character. But he is very smart, and he doesn't give himself credit for it.
A gambler? Me? Nonsense! I told you, it's my son!
Yeah.
First of all, are you really from Natlan? You've been keeping tabs on the gun's whereabouts this whole time. You should have recognized at least one familiar face by now. On top of that, the way you threatened to sue me? Spoken like a true Fontanian, if you ask me.
Huh? What kind of logic is that? I can explain. I actually grew up in...
Can't even name a single Natlanian town.
I don't want to hear another word. Ahau, here's your chance. Shut someone else up for once.
The moment I've been waiting for. Eat this, scumbag!
Jesus.
Being a compulsive liar is one of the hallmarks of a die-hard gambler.
Fair point.
I bet you're just a Fontanian pretending to be from Natlan. Even if you have any friends or family to speak of, I'm guessing they've long since cut all ties with you. And you have your depraved ways to thank for that. Of course, I might be wrong, but does that matter?
Nope.
I'm just here to arrest you. If you're looking for an advocate or a shoulder to cry on, you're out of luck. Besides, prying the truth out of you is exactly what your beloved courts are for. Isn't that right?
That's right. Chevreuse. Oh yeah, right. I haven't met her in canon either. Captain of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, and resolute upholder of justice, renowned for an unbending adherence to the law. With her trusty musket in hand, she crashes down on criminals with thunderous force, her reputation alone striking fear into the hearts of wrongdoers. Yet, away from prying eyes, the steel-hearted avatar of justice can be found munching on snacks and quietly gasping over cliché-filled crime novels. Oh, he's dead. It's been a while, Mr. Kinich. The Special Patrol will take this criminal off your hands now.
Many thanks.
Please, I should be the one thanking you for all the help you've given us.
And me?
No.
What about me? So rude. You should be bowing down in gratitude to the almighty Dragon Lord.
As you wish. My thanks to you, and also to Mr. Kukuku for your show-stopping performances. Oh, cute. Bye!
Hey, what do you mean? Hold it right there!
Are you okay, Mr. Kinich?
Don't worry.
Kinich.
I'm fine. I wasn't the one who just got dragged all the way here.
You seemed a little upset just now.
Little Kinich, thinking back to when you were just an itty-bitty boy, Kinich, aren't ya?
Ah, hit a sore spot.
Ah, don't start crying like a little baby. I am the almighty Dragon Lord! No servant of mine will be seen acting so weak and pathetic in public!
What are you on about?
Bad, Aja. Aha. Bad.
Still, I suppose there's no point hiding it from you. To put it plainly, I can't stand gamblers.
Understandable.
They're the most irresponsible people in the entire world. No respect for the principle that you have to give in order to get. They'll tell 1,000 lies for a single coin, deluding themselves into thinking they can use it to gamble their way to a vast fortune. But we all know that even when it looks like you're getting something for free, there's always an unseen cost. In the past, I also ended up paying a price for my father's gambling losses. I don't want anyone else to end up in a similar situation if I can help it.
He's saying that in a gacha game? I was about to point out the irony! Crazy! I mean, I'm guessing it's like people won't make the connection as easily because you're not gambling for money, you're gambling your money for characters. But woof. Especially with like the lawsuit coming out about like specifically accounting for what costs what in, you know, on how much money you're spending on the game and shit. Woof.
Don't feel sorry for me. I certainly don't feel sorry for myself.
Fair.
They say that people are shaped by their past. And since I've made it this far, I must have done a lot of things right.
Yeah, it's a little interesting to put that in the game.
We should never punish ourselves for the mistakes of others.
Yeah.
Instead, I choose to remember the moments that helped me grow.
Yay.
Like when I first learned to use a grappling hook.
Look at him go! It's Tiny Kitty! Oh my goodness!
Or the very first time I yearned for knowledge.
Look at Tiny Kinich! Tiny Kinich. I get it.
Yeah, I believe you.
Tiny Kinich! A baby!
Let's get going. If we don't head back soon, we'll cause more unnecessary worry.
Baby Kinich! I can't believe it. We got to see Baby Kinich! Cute. Alright. I think we're just about to end the vent quest to wrap it up. And after that, we're gonna go pull for Escoffier. Because I kind of want her.
Yay! Traveler Kinich, you're back!
Not just because I'm pretty sure she's got a British accent and I'm weak for that, but...
We just saw Chevro's taking the criminal away! She looked pretty pleased with herself.
Well, it did go smoother than we expected.
So after so much running in circles, turns out he had no fight in him, huh? Guess running away was the only trick up his sleeve.
Yeah.
Oh, also, Wriothesley said to let you know that he's already left. He went to report back to the Palais Mermonia.
I miss him already.
Apparently the Mari show say Phantom's preparing to carry out an in-depth investigation into illegal gambling activities. Sounds like they'll have their hands full. Anyway, that's for the Palais to worry about, not really our concern.
Fair. Judging by how fast the Duke took off, I'd say he was avoiding my camera. Fair, he does want to keep being low-key. But I guess I'm used to that by now.
Hey, it's not like you to give up so easily, Charlotte.
But with Wriothesley, I mean, she's probably been trying for years. It's fine. I got plenty of other great shots back there. More than enough for a front page spread. And on that note, this busy reporter needs to scoot. These photos won't develop themselves. Bye-bye, girly.
Make sure you pick the best shots of Paimon.
Of course.
Oh, already gone. Hope she heard that.
You can trust her judgment, Paimon. She's a professional photographer.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But what took you all so long to get here? Did something happen?
No. Aha bonked his head and started crying.
What? Rumors and slander! When have I, the almighty Dragon Lord, Gahulahau, ever sunk to such sniveling?
Often, actually.
Anyway, what's next? There's just a crab. Hi, crab.
To be honest, I haven't decided yet.
Oh, there's another crab. Hi, crabs.
At the moment, I've got nothing urgent to get back for. And in any case, the court might need me to testify again. Plus, that gun's still a key piece of evidence. I'll probably have to wait until the case is closed before I can return it to Natlan.
Fair.
So, I guess I'll be sticking around to enjoy the beach a little longer.
Yay! And that's the quest complete. Anything else for us to do? Suppose not, huh? Nope. Uh-huh. Ah. There's a little side quest. Hello.
Traveler, it's you!
Hello.
Ready to join the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland crew?
Maybe. Let's do this.
It's time, dear partner in Paimon, for us to turn our attention to the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland. As I mentioned, the park was started up by enthusiasts who brought in the Spina di Rosula to handle the planning, construction, and operations. Of course, enthusiasts aren't typically all-around experts. They usually stick to designing the event booths. We, for our part, handle long-term operations and develop standardized strategy guides for the different activities.
Long-term operations? Strategy? It all sounds so complicated. We spend most of our time adventuring and we barely have any experience running a stall. Do you think we can handle this?
Not every big boss went to business school, you know?
That's more like it. You've seen it all before, haven't you, partner? I'd even go as far as to say you've shaped some of Tevat's biggest business ventures. Anyway, first things first. Let's get an overview of how the whole festival's gonna be run.
Ooh, interesting. Cute. Aww. Cute.
As you can see, our fantasy land's a bit like a sugar-free macaron right now. Several areas are still under construction. The Spin has only been able to hire a limited number of craftsmen. Besides, we don't have enough experience to handle multiple projects simultaneously. That's why I chose to adopt a time slot-based planning method, so we can focus on specific tasks during each designated period. Upgrading facilities, expanding the venue, hiring staff. All of this requires funds and time slots to accomplish. So, it's our job to allocate precious time slots in each business cycle to the most worthwhile. As we attract more guests and earn money to add to our funds, we'll also be able to work more efficiently, which will allow us to divide each cycle into finer time slots, which will let us get more done.
So we'll be limited in the decisions we can make and tasks we can focus on within each time period. Which means we have to use our limited actions and Mora to earn even more Mora. Kinda like playing chess or cards then.
Okay.
Paimon thinks she just about gets it. How do you feel about it, Traveler?
Huh, sounds right up my alley.
Yep, come on, we can do this. You mentioned standardized strategy guides just now. Does that mean there are non-standard ways to take part too?
Of course. Film and entertainment mean different things to different people. And there's gonna be a wide range of exciting activities for people to try out. If we're not careful, some visitors might wander off and end up getting in trouble. And others might pick up dangerous props by mistake. To avoid confusion, we need to create a standardized strategy guide for each activity. Just think of it like a walkthrough.
I see, you want me to be your test player.
Wow, if we're the first ones to test out the activities, who knows what surprises there could be waiting for us. But if we hit a tough spot, we'll just have to rely on our skills to carry us through.
Of course.
Hopefully it goes without saying that I'd never put you in danger, partner. I carefully checked all the existing activities before you arrived, and I can assure you that they're all perfectly safe. I also wanted you to experience the activities before anyone else gets to. It'll be fun. Plus, we'd like to hear your thoughts and suggestions.
Of course.
Oh, those are two things Navia is best at. Making people feel safe and having fun.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. Your input is super important to us. All right then. Let's start with eclectic escapades and put our first guide together.
I did not expect this to be a long-winded shit thing, but I guess here we are. I guess this is what we're doing. Uh-huh. Yay. What's this? Boats? Alright. I wonder what this is about. We can do like this first thing, and if it is long-winded like that, I think I'm just gonna pull for a coffee and then go to bed. Okay. Alright. Alright. Wee. Wee. All right. Getting there. Coolio. Ugh. Yay! We made it! Whee! Okay. Cool. Alright. Fun enough. Because I think I can just do that by myself. I just wanted to test it out. Just to see.
Ah, both of you seem even more excited than before. Looks like your first trial run didn't disappoint.
The challenges format is super easy to get into.
Paimon hasn't actually watched that many films, but after trying it out, she might just be hooked. We should check out the film that it's based on.
Great job, Paimon. That's exactly what our enthusiast friends were hoping you'd say. They'd be beyond delighted to hear that visitors are curious about the films that inspired these attractions. Some have even been willing to contribute extra funds out of their own pockets. Where budgets have allowed, of course.
Out of their own pockets?
That's right. While the Spina di Rosula covers the cost of basic booth materials and rental fees, many fans have personally funded promotional materials and related merchandise. The cost of the booth itself isn't their main expense. Some of them have already started designing spin-off products inspired by film characters. Take our official mascot, Surintendant Chevalmoran, for instance. She won second place in the last most popular character poll for the comic film category, and was even dubbed the pinnacle of round, bouncy cuteness. Many people have expressed interest in designing cushions based on her image, using the highest quality fabrics and hiring the most skilled artisans to mass produce them. These cushions will officially go on sale at the next convention alongside lots of similar products.
Now that you mention it, I kind of want one too.
Sounds irresistible, right? Plus, as Surintendant Chevalmoran's guardian and official image rights agent, Farina will receive 60% of the sales revenue.
Of course.
After all, the fans are doing this voluntarily. Not for profit, but to promote Surintendant Chevalmoran's adorable image. The more Mora ends up in Farina's purse, the better Surintendant Chevalmoran's meals will be. And who wouldn't be happy to hear that?
Oh, Paimon likes the sound of that. Everyone working hard for something they all love without worrying about profit.
Still, we can't just ignore Mora completely. Whether it's fan creations or official commercial projects, some level of financial balance is still necessary. The same logic applies to the Chevalmoran film Fantasyland taken as a whole. Once we finish the standardized strategy guides, our attractions can officially be open to the public. But we can't take personal charge of the ticketing process. There's plenty of work to do at the various booths, and the park itself is a work in progress. We'll need to assign dedicated employees to maintain and manage each attraction. There's a recruitment section on the park's bulletin board. We've received many applications, and each candidate has their strengths. Our job is to match the best candidates to each attraction based on their overall performance. Once assigned, the staff will keep the attractions running, ensuring a continuous revenue stream.
Wait, so we've suddenly gone from being playtesters to heads of human resources? That's definitely a first for us.
I'll make an awesome boss.
Just don't hold everyone up to your own standards, okay? You can't
No
expect
promises.
everyone else to be as capable as you. Alright, time to review some resumes. Fingers crossed we'll get some exceptional candidates.
I don't think I'm gonna continue this stream of stuff. I think I'm just gonna talk to her
The
again.
fresh vegetables from the new batch are exceptional quality. I just wish I could say the same about the new staff.
Well, she said the same thing earlier, so. But, I think I'm just gonna try and get her. Once we got her, I'm logging off, because I've got sleep to catch up with. So. Okay. I also hope for Aoife. Please, Aoife. Also, Evan, my dear. 218 something something. Evan, gotcha. Hi Evan, love you. Alright, cool. Ah, the Witsith, of course. Let's see. Alright. Cause like, I got a lot of 5 stars like super early last time. So, you know. God, Aurora! So this is like, we'll see how far, like how long it actually takes us. Okay. 30. Another run. Okay. Aoife, please? Can I have another Aoife, please? Well, not even another, just an Aoife to begin with. Please? Perhaps? For me? Well, I'll take the Layla. Okay. Another? Okay.
Well met. I am Escoffier, Patissiere Supreme, and Master of Precision Gastronomy. As an esteemed guest of the Divine, you deserve the finest cuisine Teyvat has to offer. I hope my work is to your satisfaction. If you have an interest in the culinary arts, allow me to introduce you to the wonderful world of haute cuisine. I just hope you're mentally prepared for the undertaking. I don't tolerate a quitter.
Okay.
Hey there, I'm Aoife, a Sorrow vet from the Flower Feather Clan. You've probably heard some things about me already, but it's all good. Whatever impression you have of me, I say let's wipe the slate clean and just get to know each other. Oh yeah, then there's this little dude. That's Kakuku, my assistant. Sorrow vet in a different sense of the word, I guess. I hope the two of you will get along.
Oh, sorry, I did not expect him to talk too! I'm sorry! Oh, well. My bad, dude. Okay, now that we're still above 100, I kind of want to see if I can get Navia too. I think I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get it. Wait, we can get like at least to 30, I think. Wait. 2. But I don't have enough for the third one. Gosh darn it. Well. Like, do I need her? Because I don't technically need her. I technically don't need her. Because, like, if I'm a freeze teamer, Navius was kind of cool. But I think I'd rather see if I can get Clorind at some point. Because I like her more. Sorry, I'm more for the edgy types, not the sunshine characters. Sorry! So I think I'm going to skip out on this one. But, Escoffier! Wee! Alright, you get your consolation boosted. You get your consolation boosted? That's crazy. And we have 2 new characters. You and you. Let's see. Look at you! Her with her little tail. Soup. Slurp. You're in my ears. I don't know if I like it. Let's see. Yeah, because, like, I don't have enough of her to, like, Ascension materials to level her up all the way. Oh, yeah, especially this. I forgot about it. Cute. Alright. We get one of these. And you can also be leveled the fuck up. Let's see. Do I have anything? Yeah, I do. Crazy stuff. No wonder. Yeah, I do not have the statues blazing core, but, you know, I have the rest. Alright. Oh, yeah, right, because, yeah. 50 wishes, baby. Alright, let me just quickly see. Do I have 2. Let's just spend them. Because who knows when I'll actually reopen this game. Building pity, I suppose. Anyways, I'm gonna continue that by my lonesome. Because right now, I just want to go to bed. Okay, the ghost didn't want to go today. I'm gonna tell my friend Evan about the gacha. And I'm gonna send you to the man himself. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Why? So many fucking messages. Anyways, my poor thing is working overtime. But I'm sending you to my boy Evan. Please go send him some love. And yeah, he's gonna be live for longer than I will, because I am probably gonna go to bed like soon, and he's gonna be alive for at least another hour or two. So you go check him out. Thank you for Pretty Boy stream. Always. So many pretty boys everywhere and pretty girls. We're just swimming in them. But yeah, since I have finished all of this in one stream, I don't think I'll be back for another couple of weeks. We'll see how it goes. I'm not making any promises. I might pop in here and there, but it's not going to be consistent anymore, because I've just been like so busy, but also just focusing on a lot of things like art and friends and work. So I'm just kind of here. I exist when I do, and I don't make any promises on where and what I'm going to stream. It's just that Genshin is an unstoppable force, and my immovable hiatus object is quite movable when it's about WRIOTHESLEY. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll share my thoughts on the server. I might not be there as often as I wish. I'm very busy, but I think you can all, you know, enjoy time by yourselves. I will pop in here and there if by this point, if you want me to look at something, please do tag me, because I am not as consistently checking the chats anymore because I'm just preoccupied. But if you want me to look at something or to talk or to chime in on a conversation, please do tag me. I'm very, you know, susceptible. I will show up and I'll look in and see if you want my input on anything. Anyways, I love you guys so much. I will see you again at some point. I don't know when, but we'll see each other again. So I'll see you around. Check out Evan. He's a lovely guy. And yeah, I'll see you around. For now, goodbye. Can't talk.